Hey guys, Joe here. So in this video, I'm gonna address a question that we get asked quite a bit, and that is, why should we use you instead of who we currently use? And the answer to that is, you shouldn't. So in my opinion, because we have a fence company that we're in the process of selling, we never used just one supplier. We always had multiple for a few reasons. One, we had a cedar supplier, a blue anchor fence. We used them instead of anyone else because they're awesome people. Like, they are so nice. It's family atmosphere, love them, great product, consistent, do what they say all the time. And so we used them, right? And then we would have basically a supplier with vinyl aluminum. Then we had one for chain link, things of that nature. And like, times would, things would happen, and then we'd have to use, we'd end up using multiple suppliers. Especially with COVID, if it taught us anything, is you don't really, put all your eggs in one basket, right? And some suppliers are naturally better at some things than other ones, right? And some products they might absolutely suck at, or it's not consistent. Like the one we were using, like the wood wasn't always consistent, whereas Blue Anchor always was, even though their deliveries weren't as, the deliveries were kind of a pain in the ass, but like, you could get around that as well, but just saying. But at the end of the day, it's, we're looking for people just to give us a shot, right? Try us out, see if you like it. It's not like you have to go to, like, you love Wendy's, but it's not like you go to Wendy's every single day. It's like sometimes I'm doing Wendy's, sometimes I'm doing, McDonald's, whatever. I don't go to McDonald's, but anyway, you get the idea. And so, yeah, like, feel free to try us out, and then just, a lot of times what we tell people is kind of use us as your, like, backup option, because, like, if the supplier, like, you're currently using, like, if they're running far behind, or they start pissing you off for whatever reason, or someone, leaves and it just starts to become a mess, we're here for you, right? Again, we're not a jealous girlfriend. It's not like we have to have all your time and attention. We're just not like that. Obviously we would love all your business, but it's also like, we are a newer company. My biggest fear at this point is getting too big too fast and basically screwing things up. That's the reason why we don't offer a ton of different things. For vinyl, it's pretty much 6 foot solid white, and not solid wood, but for white we pretty much have all the styles. But if you start getting into like the tan and almond, or tan/almond, or khaki/adobe, we're probably not the company for you, because we don't bring in all, like, we have some of the stuff, but even the stuff that we do have, like, we're not bringing in by truckload, so we're not like super competitive price. Same thing with the aluminum that we do actually physically manufacture in our warehouse, and because of that, right now we're only keeping like the 54-inch 3-rail. We are bringing in a 48-inch 2-rail soon, but other than that, if you need different sizes and stuff, again, we're just not going to be competitive, right? And we're okay with that. The one thing that we are I can't even say competitive on, because I don't think anyone's going to be in our in the same, like, playing field as us, is our customer service. So with our customer service, for front counter, you basically have my wife Maria, we have May, and then we have Ashley that's going to be starting soon. They're ridiculously good. Ashley, obviously, we got to get her up in training and stuff like that. But so May is bilingual. My wife is not. My wife is 4'11", Italian, and OCD, so she's a little crazy. But if you're looking for a really nice experience, like, you're not going to find anywhere near as good as we have. I'm convinced of it. I don't care where you order from. We're good, like, really freaking good. And then as far as the rest of the customer service, so, like, obviously supplying materials is one part of the, one part of the equation, low and gas. That's one part of the equation. And, like, sure, we could just supply materials. We could do that, right? But the reason why we're selling our fence company is because I didn't really get any enjoyment out of it, and it was profitable, we were making money. I really wasn't working any hours because my wife was running it. I was working like legit less than 5 hours a week on the business, And but I didn't enjoy it, right? What I really enjoy is working with contractors and helping out in whatever way I can. It's why I started a YouTube channel called Local Pro Helper, and it's basically, with this business model, it allows me to work with the contractors. It allows me to work with them without really having to charge for anything, which is something that was kind of going against the grain for me, to be honest with you. Like, basically producing videos and being like, hey, buy this course, or like, hey, buy my services. But at least with this way, I'm able to basically help people out, and like I help, the contractors grow, and they're growing. So like if they're only ordering if you're only doing like 1 or 2 fence jobs a week, well, I can show you how to get more leads and book more jobs and put systems in place so that way you can do like 4 jobs a week, right? And what ends up happening is like your business is growing, and which in turn you're helping my business grow, right? So it's very symbiotic. It's more of a partnership than anything else. And like I do it for free, right? Because again, I know that if I can help you grow, then you're going to help me grow as well. Now, obviously, some people are going to take my goodwill and basically take the information, grow their business, and like they keep on using another supplier, and like, yeah, that does suck, but like that's the nature of the business. Like I can't win over everyone, right? And so it is what it is. But I still, at the end of the day, I'd rather just give out all the information that I possibly can, that I think that will help people, and then in turn, some people are going to just use us. Like, the way I look at it is like, if I help you 50 times, at some point you're going to be like, you know what, like I have to try the guy at least once, just throw us a bone. And like, we're okay with that, right? Because this, for me, is not like, I'm not looking at this in like a 30 or 60 day window. I'm looking in this as a 10-year window, right? I have my goals and my plans for the next 10 years, and then also for a 3-year, and then for a 1-year plan as well. And that's what I focus on. So I'm not looking at the short term. It's not like, how can I, get your business and, steal you from other people. But like, it's just to be helpful, right? And I feel as though the plan is just to be as helpful as I possibly can. And like, at some point down the line, like, you're gonna end up trying us. So that's really about it as far as the story, as far as like the customer service and like why you should use us instead of someone else. And again, if you weren't listening at the very beginning of it, is you should not stop using who you're using. It's just as simple as that. Like, use this as a backup solution, use this as a backup plan in case, shit hits the fan and you run out, like, you don't have material, right? Or your supplier starts messing up, or like they get way behind, or whatever it may be. We're kind of here to help kind of fill that void for you. So anyway, today is super nice out. It's like 55 all day. Like, t-shirts, awesome. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon.